Hi everyone, it's Jessica here from Dewar Yoga, and thank you so much for joining me for today's class, which is Yoga for Absolute Beginners. I am so honored to have you here and really excited for you to get started with a regular yoga practice. So in today's class, it is going to be a very, very gentle movement where we're starting to notice our breath. We're starting to just feel into our body and be okay, or start that process of learning to be okay with what comes up for us. So as we come through some of these poses today, be prepared for the fact that some of them may feel a little uncomfortable. Others might feel very, very relaxing for you. It really just depends on where we're at with our physical capabilities, and also mentally too, you know, the mindset that we take on as we begin our practice today. So whether we're very open to it, or perhaps whether or not it's something where we're like, yeah, I'm not so sure about it, but I'm going to give it a go. See what happens, all right? Just try to come into it with a nice open mind and enjoy yourself. Play. Be okay with playing and exploring. So today, for our class today, you don't have to have these props, but I have with me a blanket and a block. Now, instead of a block, you could have a couple of pillows, for example, or a couple of extra blankets for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set up this block in front, and I'm just going to put a blanket over it to start for our nice seated meditation. So it's just a little bit more comfortable. Or you could just sit on a couple of blocks. Okay, not a couple of blocks, sorry, a couple of blankets. You'd be very high if you're on a couple of blocks. A couple of blankets, so you've got a little bit of height. So what we're doing now is we're sitting up really, really tall with our legs crossed. Now you might find at this point that your knees are just wanting to lift a little bit. If they are, don't worry. The reason why I've got you with a little bit of height to begin with is so that we can start to open up through the hips. And then little by little, as you become more comfortable in your practice, you can remove that block and that blanket or make it lower until such time as you're comfortable sitting on the floor. What we want to think about in this pose as we get started is a nice straight spine. So hence that little bit of height can help us to find that straight spine. So everybody, get your blanket, get your block, your couple of blankets, whatever you're using, get yourself set up and let's get started. All right, so we're here now in our meditative position, legs crossed, sitting up very, very tall. I want you to place your hands just softly on your thighs, or perhaps one hand on top of the other in your lap. Whatever your body is kind of calling for or asking for, just do that. I want you to feel as relaxed as you can in this pose, and then gently close your eyes. Gently close your eyes, relax your shoulders down, maybe doing a nice shoulder roll up towards the ears, and then as you exhale, taking the shoulders all the way back down. Just starting to notice your breath. Notice how your breath flows into the body, how your body is responding on that inhalation, and then how your breath flows out of your body. And then what changes on that exhalation. So for example, as you inhale, you may just start to notice a beautiful lifting of the chest, an expansion of the rib cage. As you exhale, a gentle softness through the chest and the contraction of the rib cage. You may start to notice a tingling sensation traveling from the chest and expanding outward, down the arms, down the legs, to the toes, the fingers. We're just using our breath as an opportunity to focus the mind. We're not trying to stop the thoughts, we're just trying to focus the mind. And as you start in your practice this morning, this afternoon, whatever the time of day is for where you are, checking in to see how you feel energetically. Where are you in this moment? You may have a really, really high energy today, or you just could be feeling really flat. Whatever is going on for you, being okay with that. That's exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. Noticing in the physical body if there's anything that feels perhaps a little bit uncomfortable in this moment. Maybe noticing if you've started to slouch through the body. If so, can you lift yourself back up? Really keep that spine long, keep the shoulders down. Now we're going to start directing the breath a little more specifically here. Keeping your eyes closed, we want to keep that awareness inward, that attention inward. Let's just extend the hands out wide. Inhale, take your hands all the way up overhead, bring them to prayer overhead. Exhale, bring your hands back to the heart center. Inhale, take the hands out wide and lift them all the way up. Palms together in prayer at the top. Exhale back to the heart center. And again, inhale, take it wide and lift all the way up. Exhale back to the heart center. One more time. Inhale, reach all the way up, palms together at the top. And exhale, bringing it back to the heart center. Take a moment here. You can press the thumbs into the chest. Atmanjali Mudra, a symbol of balance. Just letting the breath steady, noticing any change to your mental state, to the physical body. Taking one more big deep breath in. Exhale, let's sigh it out. And with a few gentle blinks, coming to open your eyes. Namaste. For those of you who are not aware of what Namaste means, it means to honor or to adore. So it's a way of welcoming you to your class. Now, let's stay in the seated position. We're going to do a little bit of work through the neck. So you may like to close your eyes for this one, or you may like to keep them open, up to you. Take a big deep breath in. As you exhale, just taking your left ear over to the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right ear over to the right shoulder. Inhale to center and exhale, just gently take it over. Inhale back up and exhale over to your right. Inhale up and exhale to the left. Inhale center, exhale right. Very good, inhale and exhale back to the left. One more, inhale. And exhale over to the right. Very good, coming back to center. And then again, gently blinking, open your eyes. And from here, just taking your blanket and bolster out from underneath you. Putting it over to the side. Putting it all over to the side. And then we're going to now just extend our legs all the way down the length of the mat. And however you feel in this pose, you may feel you're leaning back a little. That's okay. I want you just to feel nice and supported. Perhaps you're leaning up a little bit higher. I want you just to point and flex your toes a couple of times. So we're just getting a little bit of movement here. And then rotating your ankles one direction. And then changing to the other direction. Good. Sometimes when we've been sitting in a cross-legged position for a little bit of time, especially if it's quite new to us as well, we can feel some pins and needles down into the toes. So this is just a nice way to bring that movement back into the body. When you're feeling good and the legs are feeling good, I want you just to cross over your knees, and we're going to find our way into a tabletop position. Now, for anyone here who might feel any pain underneath their knees, just grab your blanket. Get your blanket and put it under your knees. Yeah? So you've just got that little bit of extra support there. Or if you're feeling it into the wrists, then place it underneath your hands, or both. Now, making sure that your shoulders are stacked over the wrist there, knees are hip width apart. And if you look back to your toes, you can't see your feet, so the legs are parallel. Keep that belly pulled in. And then as you inhale, let's just drop the belly to the floor. Chest comes forward and lift your gaze up to the sky. As you exhale, tuck the tail under, round through your back. Bring your chin to chest. Inhale, dropping the belly, chest forward, and lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the tail under, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, chest forward, look up. And again, exhale, rounding your back. Steady in your breathing. One more, inhale. Exhale and press all the way up, chin to chest. Coming now to a nice neutral position. Let's bring our knees together now. Extend your right leg all the way back, point the toes. Hold here, keep a steady gaze, and then if it's available, left hand extends in front. Hold for 1. Squeezing through the belly, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, let's come down. Changing sides, left leg back and behind, point the toes. Squeezing through the core, engage your left leg, and then right hand extends for 1. Feel like you're being drawn or pulled in opposite directions, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, let's come back down. If you have a blanket underneath you, then just take that out to the side, and we're all going to slowly lower down onto our bellies. For Bhujangasana, this is your cobra pose. So when we're here, take the hands beside your chest, fingers are spread nice and wide, toes together, heels together if you can. Forehead down onto the mat, tuck your chin into the chest. Then let's inhale, gently lift. Notice I'm not lifting too high. My hips are on the floor. Exhale, slowly back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale, back down. Inhale, perhaps a little higher, really using your back. Exhale, slowly down. Inhale up. And exhale, lower. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, gently lower down. From here, we're going to now push all the way back, taking your knees very wide and bring the toes together, buttocks back to the heels, and extend your hands forward, taking the forehead down onto the mat. Ardha Mukha Virasana, your downward facing warrior or hero. Some teachers might refer to this pose as a child's pose. So just lengthening out through the spine, feel your fingers extend forward, but the buttocks is pulling back in the opposite direction. Feeling your breath, noticing your breath as it travels to the back of the rib cage.